family, and thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Talk the Talk. I'm your host, Desh Pillay-Bechan, and joining me today is Helena Tilston, and she is from RADA. Now, RADA is a very, very close initiative to my heart. Everything that they stand for and everything that they do affects me personally. I have formed such a wonderful, close relationship with this initiative and believe in everything that they do. The RADA vision is to facilitate an effective healing process by creating an environment of peace, compassion, and safety so that it awakens the power and light that exists within all human beings, to help each person realize that they possess the divine light within to achieve their dreams, that we are all powerful beyond measure, and that being pure and good is a natural state of mind that we all deserve. Now, as I said, RADA is abbreviated for rape and drug and abuse. I say it often on my page. I often tag them and try and promote this institution. It's an NPO, and they do rely heavily on funding from the community to do the wonderful work that they do. So without further ado, let's welcome Helena, and this interview is proudly brought to you by Sariti Solutions and Evo by Nedbank. Hello, Helena.
Thanks for having us today.
I'm so glad I finally got the name right. It's not that, I mean, we've bonded. I can remember the first time we met, it was when Mrs. South Africa was there. We went to Philippolis, and it opened my eyes to so much more. We went with the MiPad drive, which I think the entire industry know that Desh is connected to MiPad. But yeah, there's so much more that you do, and we're going to talk about it today and hopefully raise awareness to the wonderful cause. So let's first talk about how did RADA begin?
So RADA began about 6 years ago, where our director, JP Nobrega, heard a campaign on the radio where it was a beep, and every time he heard that beep, it indicated that a child or a girl was being raped. Mm-hmm. And it just didn't sit well with him. It was working on his inner being, and he decided that he has to do something about it, and started RADA, which has then evolved into more than just rape, alcohol, and drug abuse. We also support ECD centers, schools in disadvantaged areas. We support old age homes, orphanages. So our reach has gone far and wide, and yeah, we're doing our best that we can in the communities that really need our help. So yeah, we're just thankful that we are able to have that reach out there.
Right. What are the current projects that you are busy with?
So we've got ongoing projects throughout the year. We've got Tough Times projects where we help those less fortunate than us. Our big drive at the moment, with it being Women's Month, is the MiPad drive. Yes. So that's our reusable sanitary pads that we hand out to schools, mainly to grade 7, so that they can finish their school year, which is a great initiative. Mm-hmm. Keep a child in school. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've got lots of different projects that we have along the year. So we don't do anything specifically for the year. We actually do a whole load of things throughout the year to help as many people as we can.
Obviously, you and the wonderful Tracy, who I work very closely with, more so than you, are deeply passionate about this. Why so?
You know, there's a need out there, and if I can help, and if we can help, then I think it's important to do so. You know, not everyone lives the lives that I live. I think I live a fairly privileged life, and some people just don't. So there's nothing better than bringing a smile to anyone's face. It costs nothing, and it's the least that any of us can do.
Is JP, you said,
Yeah.
He's not in South Africa, I'm aware of that, but is he still very heavily involved in terms of the daily running of RADA?
Very much so. He's this is his passion. He'll never let RADA fizzle out or disappear. He is very involved in the organization, in the running of the organization, always in touch with our sponsors, and always grateful for any funds that are received and donations received. So he's very part of the business.
One of your sponsors and biggest sponsors is Kia South Africa, Gary Scott, who is a great supporter of everything that I do as well. This is your time. Do you feel like more sponsors coming on board is going to empower and uplift your projects?
The more the merrier. There's a lot of people out there that are in need of help. So we're very grateful for the help that we are getting and continue to get. And the more we can get, the more people we can help. Absolutely. And it would be wonderful if we could get more sponsorships. It's things are needed, so it would be fantastic if we could get more in.
Right, and we've had 1 or 2 people from my platform, and I just want to give a shout out to Prabhashini and whoever it is that is clicking on that link with the MiPad initiative and making a contribution. Remember, every time you click on that link and donate 115 Rand, I think it is, you're keeping a girl in school. It is so, you may think it's just a sanitary pad, but that's allowing education.
Correct.
And when you empower a girl, you change the world. So is there anything that you'd like to add to this conversation?
So the MiPad is a reusable sanitary pad, which for that 115 Rand you get 3 different sizes in that pack, and they last up to 5 years. So our thinking is keep a girl in school, and especially high school, because they miss so many days of school because of their menstrual cycle, and there's no need to.
Absolutely.
Sanitary wear is expensive as it is, and in this case, if they look after their pads properly and follow the instructions, they can last up to 5 years. So
absolutely. And what we'll do, we will show you those pads as an insertion to this video so that you understand how the pad works. I can personally vouch for it. Before I got involved, my daughter used it, and it's great. It's such an amazing initiative and such an amazing way to make a girl feel secure and safe at that time, during their menstruation.
One in every 10 young women between the ages of 9 and 20 across South Africa lacks access to sanitary pads, which affects more than just their bodies. It affects their self-esteem and sense of equality, as well as their ability to function in their homes, schools, and communities. It can also result in missing up to 50 days of school a year, robbing them of the education needed to transcend their circumstances and the circumstances of those closest to them. With each menstruation costing a young woman approximately 36 Rand, this monthly cost for sanitary pads means their personal business becomes the business of others, pressurizing households and denying them the right to personal privacy. This often results in the reuse of single-use sanitary wear, leading to increased infections as well as infertility. Thanks to RADA MiPad, girls can get a fresh start. A comfortable, durable, and reusable sanitary pad. RADA MiPad is neat and compact enough to be carried in your pocket or backpack. Its unique designs add a touch of style. While disposable sanitary pads are plastic-based and non-biodegradable, RADA MiPad also represents an environmentally sustainable solution. To use a RADA MiPad, simply unclip the pad and open it out. Wrap the pad around your underwear with the plain side against your body. Snap it closed and wear it until you're ready to change it. This depends on your flow. Remove the used pad and fold it up. You can keep it in your pocket or any bag. Wash when you get home. Fill a bucket or basin with cold, soapy water and soak the pad with the soiled side down for up to 1 hour. Rub with laundry soap to remove any small marks and wash thoroughly. Remove the pad and drain the water. Fill the bucket or basin again with clean cold water with 2 teaspoons of white spirit vinegar. And soak the pad for at least 1 hour. Rinse it under running water. To dry, lie the pad face down on a clean towel near an open window, or hang it up out of direct sunlight. When dry, fold as demonstrated. For the young women introduced to RADA MiPad, the change to their lives has already begun. At the end of the day, with this effective, reusable sanitary pad produced by RADA, young women are able to finally and proudly say, "This is my choice, my future, my life, my pad."
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming into my life, for helping my healing process as a survivor of rape and abuse and suicide and everything that I've been through. I actually went public 3 years ago because of RADA. So I think it's very important for my viewers to know that this initiative stays very close to my heart, and I will continue championing for the initiative to get all the support that you need.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks for having us.
You're welcome. Thank you, viewers, for watching, commenting, and sharing our interviews and content. Our non-profit companies, the Motoring Woman of the Year Awards, powered by MFC and Evo by Nedbank, and the Talk the Talk Studios, powered by Sariti Solutions, are aimed at recognizing and celebrating the women of motoring South Africa. And yes, we also do reach out to other NPCs and work alongside them to educate, empower, uplift the community through them. So we are not just telling stories here, we are changing lives, and together we aim to empower and uplift all women in South Africa. For those of you that are searching for your new ride, please visit www.otto.africa. www.avo.africa. We have thousands of vehicles on sale for you to choose from, and we only advertise on behalf of reliable and trustworthy MFC accredited dealerships. This car listing portal is incredibly user-friendly, and you can also find vehicle reviews and car maintenance tips, all courtesy of Talk the Talk Studios. Ladies, I think it's very important for this session, or me concluding the session, talking about strength and courage. And I think it's because people fail to realize, even though we work in the non-profit space, it's important to still have those attributes and those values that people in corporate or in the workforce have. This takes a lot of work on our behalf, or on our part, to make these connections and run it like a business, because we need the support, and we need to be strong. You can't serve from an empty vessel. So ladies, strength and courage aren't always measured in medals and victories. They are measured in the struggles you overcome. The strongest people aren't always the people who win, but the people who don't give up when they lose. Strength doesn't come from what you do or what you can do. It comes from overcoming the things you once thought you couldn't. Do not ever think that you're doing it all alone. Find strength in recognizing your limitations and asking for help when necessary. And with that, I would like to remind you that the question should never be who's going to let me. It should always be who's going to stop.